What's good, everybody? We're here at the ZnZerna Music Hour, logging in again. It's PT Burnem, coming to you courtesy Cold Rhymes. Welcome back, S1E27. I'm pleased to be with you tonight. I'm gonna shut down some lights, get some things rolling. Tonight's kind of special. We do have a sticker reveal. Viz, what's up? Good to see you. Let me close this door. How's everybody doing this evening? Hair's already getting wild. I just tied it back a minute ago. Let's go with some of this. I like that. Okay. So, tonight, on the ZnZerna Music Hour, we've got, it's a special one this evening. We've got a tribute to my man Joshua Brookshire, who unexpectedly passed away last week and went down to North Carolina for the funeral, saw Aaron, and you know, it's a heavy thing, but today we're going to just celebrate him and you know, talk about some of the ways he was and some of the things he liked, and show off some pictures and maybe some videos, and go into that. And that's how we're going to open things up. And we're gonna, after that, we're going to talk about a spy in World War II. We're going to do some jamming, preview a track off of S1E27. And hey, Dan, I'm glad you're with us. There's a picture that I'm going to show, and I'm not exactly sure of this fourth person that's in it. So maybe you'll be able to identify them and help me out. But yeah, good to see you. Got the man in the building. Got the cymbal laced up. Got the special blue. I just like the way this thing makes my hair look. Kind of like Akira in Street Fighter, Super Street Fighter 2 or whatever. Okay, so yeah. We're going to do all that stuff and more today on the ZnZerna Music Hour. And before we get into the whole thing, I think we're going to go to the breather. Shout outs to all the cats in the building. Cool man, what's up? Got some Mononoke going in the background. The introduction and the periodic drone you'll be hearing is a track called House of Cup. Pardon me. House of Cups. It is already available in its super long play, hour and 15-minute long form to subscribers of the Patreon, which is this. So if you like what I'm doing here and you want to support it and get extra bonus stuff, go there. Now, let's talk. Let's talk about modern day artistry and the role of the artist. There's a lot of different opinions on what the role of the artist is. Some people view the artist as an entertainer, and we're talking specifically not just about art, I guess music performance especially. You can view yourself when you're doing this stuff as an entertainer. You can view yourself as an educator, think like KRS-One. You know, you can view yourself in a lot of different roles when you're doing this live music thing. And the role that's always attracted me most, the kind of way I like to think about it best, is the role of performer as sort of shaman. In touch with another place, another energy, and gathering up the unseen energies that most people, though they feel them, they disregard the ability to channel them or use them, gathering those up and then displaying them out and creating an experience for the collective group from the material, from the ether. It's an exchange of energy, one that can be so vital. And Josh Brookshire knew that. He was really in touch with the energy gathering, which is evidenced by some of the pictures in the slideshow. I think I'm just going to get this slideshow started and keep talking about it, and in general talk about some of the things in the pictures. So this picture here, this is a big circle of people. You can see Aaron Brookshire. The things are going to go by quick, but it'll return again. There's only about 8 in the show. So in that picture of all those people gathered around, this was a ritual that would happen at the end of some of the sets MC and I would do with him. Dan, this guy on the far left, if you could identify him, we're going to get back to this picture. This ritual that they would do, that's not Josh Brookshire. That's a picture that Josh Brookshire took of Dan Keach, the boy. But we're going to get back to why that is in there soon. Now, this picture with everybody gathered around, this was a ritual at the end of Speak and I sets he would do with his brother Aaron. And it would just be playing this really beautiful track along with some Bill Murray samples from Scrooged, and just gathering people in. Grant, yeah, I guess I'm just seeing it all small. Dan will probably be embarrassed as to how often that slide pops in there, so I'm taking it out for now. It takes somebody really special to do that kind of thing where you gather everyone in, because it's got to be intense enough to make people want to gather. Tight. tight. You have to be intense enough to make people want to gather around. But you also have to be open enough not to like sort of push people out with your own energy. And this to me really epitomizes the way that Josh was. So in tune with his role as energy channeler on stage. But unlike a lot of people who do a lot of rigorous solo work and are in this one frame where it's like, I have this really, powerful thing that I have to make, there's a certain egocentric or viewpoint-centric thing to all of that. And it was really lacking in Josh. Josh was super humble and super, often the secondary role, helping and being the battery and the every position for someone else like Aaron in Speak and I. And he went by Unspeakable. That was his moniker, his own moniker. Together they were Speak and I. This ineffable quality of what we're transmitting here. Music transmits that which is unspeakable. And Josh was very in tune with all of that. And that's deeply what the ZnZerna Music Hour is about. That connection. So, Aaron in yellow, that's his brother. That's Aaron Brookshire, that's MC and I. And I've been working with these boys for a long time. And it's always a pleasure. They're fans of my work, I'm fans of theirs, in addition to being friends. You don't have to be a fan of your friend's work. I've got friends who I'm not, They do their work, I'm their friend, I support. But I was a fan of the boys' work. It taps into a place that is similar to the geography that I'm treading around in that unspeakable place that we go when we're drawing these ideas. On that tip, I think what I'd like to do now is pause this music here. We'll come back to it. I'm going to play you a track from off of Speak and I's album Cipher at the Gates of Dawn. Now, there's a bunch of great songs on Cipher at the Gates of Dawn. I'm going to play first the one that I did with them because it brings back great memories of doing this on stage with them when I would be rushing in off of barely having practiced and they'd be cueing me and just treating me like family, even though I'm just bursting in and just trying to do the thing. It was always a great time doing this on stage with them. This is Tackle Box by Speak and I.
We're about to lift this tackle box, 25 pounds. Pass it in the circle, the homies, and put it down. I got that castnet grip and the rhymes that we say are so cold. So cold. We can never be silenced, and we will never be sold. I gotta come through the creek with the beat, I'll see you all at the gate. Go ahead and start spinning the brakes if I'm running real late. Talking to Colin about the mind of man, and if we can withstand this plan to strip our rights and land as planned. It always was, from the lotus blossom to the fruit fly buzz. Tied to the hook, all them cats are crooks. They never ran a mile and never cracked a fucking book. An old book, new song, hop aboard, come along. Half a mile in the water, taking hits from the bomb. It won't be long. the radar ping blips. Something dark underneath. Tentacles of gnashing teeth, the real freaks of the deep. I must sound like a geek, I'm just shook, I ain't proud. Looking at the dark clouds blowing out from the south and clearing out all the pests. Let's head back to the nest, I'm set. Caught a couple, let one go, and lost another. Chilling on the lake with P.T. Burnem and my brother. Gonna take this tackle box, 25 pounds, pass it in a circle of homies and put it down.
Waking up to the gravesite, out by the water with the late night tackle box. Chop it up into the daylight, smoke a pound lounge, visit on the river rocks. Dark water in the moonlight, deep cut fake shapes in the nocturne. Never know what you might catch, went in for a quick wait, pulled up a damn monster. Tall tales from a suspect fisherman living in a dirty shack down by the reservoir. Before he settled for a life of catching carp, he was a bona fide outlaw, a mic and a pedalboard. Another half-dead, semi-legendary man playing out his last days steeped in the solitude. Easy living on the banks of the James, grilling on the charcoal flame.
We're gonna take this tackle box, 25 pounds, pass it in a circle of homies and put it down.
All right, I love that track. Dan Keach, Hype Keach on the production, and I just feel like the idea of rolling out and doing some fishing. The subconscious is often represented by water, and music making for the Brookshire brothers often was a cause for community, celebration, nothing fancy, just get together and get it in, fish for some words, get some ideas. So, yeah, that's Tackle Box off the album Cypher at the Gates of Dawn. And, you know, if that cipher is going on somewhere, I'm sure. And I guess our boy's been invited. I certainly personally could have used a lot more time with him. But I'm so glad we got what we did. You know, he loved his tambourine. He loved his tambourine, you know. And I really feel like it, you know, that's another thing that really was very him. You know, the tambourine guy is keeping it energetic, moving, and not the center of attention, just vitally keeping it moving. And with his tambourine, Josh did that. Many a show, many a track. I actually have another track for you. I got the whole album lined up, and I was only going to play 2 tracks, but I might play more tracks in that. I am going to get to all these photos, but I just thought I should really note about the tambourine, because, you know, it's emblematic. It was emblematic, his weapon. One of them. He also played a mean beatbox. This is one of my favorite songs off the album. This one is called In the Hills. Again, Speaking I, off the Cypher at the Gates of Dawn album. All right.
Me and Unspeakable in the hills, the dudes were just walking. On the lamb, shaking hands, speaking truth while these cats are just talking. On the grind to a wind around, get on the ground, barking. You don't want to feel the bite out of sight, coming in, amp stomping. Getting cruel on the mic, full force when we strike. Give me a slamming ass beat, a chill acoustic in the night. Tripping over shit in the force, give me a light. Unspeak, can't do it. Blind with no sight, hiking with mics. Take it to the hills like Bear Grylls. Get your sleeping bag, cause we're camping in the mill. Get your fill, cop a feel, seal the deal. Working for a mill, bootlegging in the hills. Me and Unspeak in the hills, the dudes were just walking. On the lamb, shaking hands, speaking truth while these cats are just talking. On the grind to a wind around, get on the ground, barking, just barking. You don't want to feel the bite out of sight, coming in, amp stomping.
Every step is cold, my mind remains bold. Trekking through the hills in search of the gold. Got soul, got power of will. Knowledge can be granted, beg, borrowed, still. Get you a pair of boots with a trap in the hills. Smashing grapes, making steaks, head back to the hills. That's real. See if the cops cut your props, he'd probably be killed. Brewing mash so strong, make your rosebuds wilt, but no guilt. See, that's how he fed his fam. A few pots and pans and a knowledge of plans. From the vines, cup of dime, make your mind more enhanced. See, he lived by the seeds of his Levi pants. Said we'd never be here if we didn't take a chance.
Me and Unspeak in the hills, the dudes were just walking. On the lamb, shaking hands, speaking truth while these cats are just talking. On the grind to unwind around, get on the ground, barking. You don't want to feel the bite out of sight, come in, amp stomping. Me and Unspeak in the hills at night, we're just walking. On the lamb, shaking hands, speaking truth while these cats are just talking. On the grind to unwind around, get on the ground, barking. You don't want to feel the bite out of sight, coming in, amp stomping.
Cheer. I love the energy of that song. Seeing him do this stuff live also, you know, this is something that I feel I have in common with the Brookshire boys. Oh, also for Grant, I think what I want to do is play rock, since Grant's all up in the mix. But first, I wanted to say that, you know, seeing them live, sweating it out, and what up, Woogie? Ashley, it's really good to have you here. It's good to see you again. It's a, you know, it's been a rough month, but, you know, we keep it moving, and we take time. We take time to reflect. Now, this picture of Josh with his mom, who also passed away, I think, last year. He was thanks, Ash. You know, they say he was a mama's boy in all the best ways, and I believe that because he bore that way of being. You know, he loved his mother, and he had a deep, I think, a compassion and a toughness that was informed by her. Both the Brookshires are gentlemen capable of weathering storms that I think would put lesser folk on their knees. You know, strong spirit. This is one of the reasons why I say make albums. If you've got the music in you, be a part of the community and make albums. We're not going to be around forever. And your friends are going to be so grateful that they can still hear you. If you're waiting on making an album, just start. Things aren't perfect. The process of bringing something from imagination in the seed, pulling it up with the rod and cooking it up for people, all that process, the final dish often leaves something to be desired in comparison to what was imagined at the beginning when you first felt that tug on the line. But just get started. Speaking of doing things that are great for a community and memory, I want to say shout outs to Erica P., photographer, really excellent photographer on the scene. I've known her for, I almost don't even want to say, at least 15 years, I think. Well, anyway, she's Suburban Slang. She took that picture of Josh, and she really just captured that. We'll wait till it comes around again, because that is just a really gorgeous image. And if you're taking photos on the scene, if you're doing that, you're doing a great thing for the community. Josh took pictures, and one will be coming up of our man Dan, and I think it's one of the best pictures I ever seen of young Dan. In this picture, Josh, you can see that soul. And if you're taking pictures on the scene, you're doing a great service to your community, because, again, times don't last forever. We're not going to be around forever. These images help spark memories, help aid remembrance. And along with the songs that we have and the small videos that we managed to take while we weren't just outrageously experiencing things, now we have really excellent and beautiful images and music to go along with it. It's a beautiful thing to see Josh and his mom sitting on that porch. I was just hanging out on that porch last weekend. I am going to play one more track from the Cypher at the Gates of Dawn, the Speak and I album. It's Rock Rock. It features Grant, who is in this picture at the far left. You see him? We're going in. This song's called Rock Rock. I want to say shout outs to Wayne Anderson. Thanks for being with us tonight, Wayne.
Hey. 1, 2, 1, 2. Check 1. Yo. Hold it steady, get it ready, lead belly on track. If you're stepping in the rock, we got your fucking back. But if you come whack, we won't take that shit you out. I wanna see the homies getting gnarly, getting loud. Yo, rock from street to street. Skating power slide through, leave steady, reckon that's me in the breeze. When I was young, they said underachieve. I got the eye of the tiger in the mind of a leader, blow the speaker. Rush a tweet, a rhyme thrill seeker, practicing a storage unit, plays from a space heater, freedom reader, freedom fighter, one lifer. Crush a cold rhyme, pass the mic in the cipher.
In the last hour of a year that confirmed all my fears, I discerned a feeling both strange and queer beyond this veil of tears. Heard a knocking quite monstrous, an observation obvious, a feeling dashed from relaxation straight nausea. I started sweating on dreams of sarcophagus and demons most monstrous that bathed in blood beneath the monolith. Yo, where the fuck's my common sense? It was on the chain, breaking rocks, breaking sweat, and breaking backs. Just another modern torture, not so different from the racket's active fact. Cause the powers never rest, and I'm pussy kinda ugly through my works. I stand blessed, impressed, important, with suppressed, full spectrum dominance. Now we stand up straight, looking for the prominence. You talk about your confidence, where the fuck's your common sense? To the beat, y'all.
To the beat, y'all.
Rock, rock, y'all. Rock, rock.
Rock, rock.
Rock, rock, y'all. Rock, rock.
Rock, rock. Ooh.
Rock, 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 y'all. Rock, rock.
Discontent cartographer must admit we're fodder for a time-honored cause. Law of misappropriated maps wrapped up in a tourniquet fashion in international squall as makeshift wars. Oh God, God copped the facelift out of complications and missed insurance payments. Menace drafted via late form submission. Fill in the blank, kid, it's patriotism. Ugh, left the fetid taste in the mouth. Mayhaps what unspeakable spits of a sour and outwardly silent oppression. But by and by be these minions that spread such messages. Even the heads is listening and guessing. Rock, rock, paper, scissors, booger and rhetoric. You got that medicine, bro? Because we bleeding from these readings of media teleprompters. Ghost riders, the minds nigh. Our whole country exercises pens in lieu of tongues which lie comfortably loud upon lacks of affluence. Since fueled by common sense already spent. Just 2 cents, penny pinched by inflation. Lust rules hits while we spittin' with impatience. Truth tracks, cold-blooded naked. Been had the code cracked. Cypher, basic.
So good. That was so good. We're actually gonna just continue with the appreciation and love for Josh Brookshire and crew, and for all the folks that help make these memories last. That's one of the reasons I really appreciate Dan. Height, salute, because to be documenting and helping facilitate the creation of many voices within the community, this is one of the finest missions a body can have. And I'm going right back to the slideshow. So, yeah, I just gotta say appreciation to everyone who's helping make these memories. Here, second from the left, is OG Spliff. OG Spliff is a phenomenal MC. One of the best that I know coming out of North Carolina. I think claims Winston-Salem, but I'm not entirely sure. Someone can correct me on that. I'm sometimes real bad with these facts. But wanted to say, let the picture come back around. That's OG Spliff. There, 3 from the right, 1 from the left. That's Josh and his mom on the porch. That's our man. The length of the slideshow is making me wish that I'd had more photos. We see OG Spliff there, second from the left. And I'm gonna play a track that he guest stars on. This track is called The Dash. And it is another one off of Cypher at the Gates of Dawn. I'm so glad this album exists, y'all, because it's just a nice piece.
We got Spliff on deck, now we're set. Let's rock the fucking tray up. I know just getting wet, we won't let up. Be caged, be shook by the lame. We studied this craft and burrow deep in the tame. Super silly, sick like shooting shit in your veins. And by the way, we bucking, raising hell, taking names. We ain't playing no games. Clamping in the dash. And you can't cruise in our lane, are you insane, huh? This is Speak, and I know these with the same crew that swept through and smack your fucking lip, and that's it.
That's it. Split, yeah. Hey, Sandy Perks, Molly Lean, all that shit they talk about. Said he was my kid, hey, but I can't really rule him out. Only shit you talk about, boy, you tryna OD. But he really OD, RP, that's my homie. Shit is deeper than 4 feet. Put a blunt with a rose bead, pour a foe in the Sibley and let him sip through the earth. I need all you hoes and twerkers with my nigga would've wanted ya, blunted ya. Looking for someone to lay my head. She gon' suck me for all my bread from the city where they misled all my people, winding up dead on the streets, covered in filth. I'm just tryna fuck on this milf. All I wanted was a distraction, huh? Fraction, huh? You want a piece and I get the blasting, huh? That's the one, that's the lane they just want for a nigga, huh? Hit and run when I 15 with a load of fun. Loaded gun, turn my suicide to the second run. Yeah, hey, hey. Loaded gun, turn my suicide to the second run.
Stumbling around for the vision I sought. Baby bath water tossed out with the pot. A vision with a vision like Hieronymus Bosch. Seeing devils on my level and they scare me a lot. Just a fancy from the pantry or a frivolous thought. Left hand goodie grabbing kid, guess that I'm caught. Somewhere reaching up between the sugar and salt. Listening for sounds that make my larceny halt. See that shit that you bought, guess what? It's now mine, son. And I must confess, I guess my friends, they wouldn't mind some. Yes, we'll dash to the street and we're proud trying to scrape some cash. A venomous fash. Yo, it won't last. Yeah, it won't last. In the dash.
Woo! Another hot one. God, Meredith, so much love to you, and in this time of that can be feeling so dark. You know, I know that you know the power of art for the transmogrification of darkness into light, and you know that power of love to do that same thing. That was Josh to a T. You know, it's one of the things that makes it hard to lose him. But you know, if we can keep that spirit, we'll be doing justice to his life. You know. So. I wanted to bust out a couple of videos. I pulled these from the internet. We're getting close to July 4th. I won't have another show before July 4th. I think. Maybe my next show is on July 4th. I don't care. You're seeing Josh light off some fireworks tonight. We're going right to that. And then I got something else that's pretty special too.
My man's holding it with his hand. Crazy. Oh, okay. Yeah. Whoa.
Sing to me, and that's the thing we scream to sing a deeper truth. Something bigger than a black hole, dirty digging up the roof. Woo! I cannot speak. A buzzard hovers over and I slam it in the beat. Hip-hop is a symptom. Simple begins creaking. That's where I heard from the weak. While I was listening from the peaks. Now I can my time is spent, so I never see. Strike the street is not a thing to me. With the stars, with the he's not sharking out the bar. I got my little star with a few nice guitars. These are all the things I need to rest tonight. The water that we're
Yeah. So I hope you enjoyed that little video montage. Josh loved fireworks. He got so fired up about them. Aaron was just talking to me about that over the weekend at their place in North Carolina. And I really love that video of Josh going in. I mean, speaking I, going in, but Josh just furiously taking it. And with the echoes run, you know, I always did the echo rap thing, and I was so glad to see the boys adopt that aesthetic as well, because it can be such a powerful one when used right. And in that video clip, I think I'm gonna have to hit that video clip again because it's used so right there. Check it out.
Sing to me, and that's the thing we scream to sing a deeper truth. Something bigger than a black hole, dirty digging up the roof. Woo! I cannot speak. A buzzard hovers over and I slam it in the beat. Hip-hop is a symptom. Simple begins creaking. That's where I heard from the weak. While I was listening from the peaks. Now I can my time is spent, so I never see. Strike the street is not a thing to me. With the stars, with the he's not sharking out the bar. I got my little star with a few nice guitars. These are all the things I need to rest tonight. The water that we're on.
I just feel like those boys took it to a whole other level sometimes. And I was proud to see them do that thing. We got many, many, many years of music to come. I'm looking forward to working with my man Aaron. It's a real harsh and, from this perspective, pretty unfair thing to lose Josh so early. But he left us some beautiful music and some real good energy. And I mean that not in some nebulous way, but I mean like the perpetuation of the idea that music and love can heal and transmogrify darkness into light. It's in that spirit that we do this tonight. So, I might bring it to a little small jam. But before I do, I'd just like to raise a toast and say, tonight we drink some drinks for the late Josh Brookshire. We love you, buddy. It's hard to move on, you know? So tonight, for the next part of the evening, in the spirit of all this, we're going to move into a light jam. Got the pulsar hooked up, and just gonna do that over House of Cups. What we're listening to right now is a drone that I worked on called House of Cups, and it's meant to be a sort of meditative, simple drone, water oriented. You can go fishing in there. Here's a quick tip. If your hi-hat is too harsh, your hi-hat sample, and you've got it playing, simply adjust the start time of the sample, nudge it forward by a few clicks, and you'll notice that getting rid of that harsh attack that's at the beginning of most hi-hat sounds, you can get a more brushy type attack to it. That's what I've done here. I'm bringing it back now. You hear how that, it just sounds a lot rougher than that. So I like it like nice and soft. I like what I've got going there. I'm also going to talk with you about something this evening. I learned some really fascinating stuff about one of my favorite Sufi teachers, Hazrat Inayat Khan. He had kids. I like that we can doesn't always work out, but I still like it. I love the way that House of Cups builds. also got Mononoke working on the iPad. And I've also got that House of Cups drone running through a pedal called the Tomcat Cloudy. And with that, I can play with the texture. Turning on this crazy reverb that Vlad Kramer put inside the pulsar. It's nuts. Guess what? We have a sticker reveal that is not a sticker reveal. So that's the question. When is a sticker reveal not a sticker reveal? For all my friends, whoa. For all my friends in the Patreon, this is a first. A sticker is not a sticker when it sticks to metal and is a magnet. We got the first ZnZerna magnet coming y'all's way. Perfect for fridges and the backs of cars. I hope y'all like it. I've been working hard on these ZnZerna boys, and it's good to have one that is reusable. So you're going to be getting this and another smaller sticker in the mail soon. Tomcat Cloudy can really pile up those frequencies, echoing and reverberating off of each other. How's the sticker looking? That weird, oh, it looks crazy. iPad looks crazy. I like this viewpoint. Not stick. We're going to use that same trick we used with the hi-hats on the snares. darker. Let's shift the lighting up a little bit. Alright. This is the ZnZerna Music Hour you're listening to. My name is P.T. Burnem. I got some stuff that I want to talk about. I want to talk about Inayat Khan. He was a poet and a philosopher and master of the Vina. He also was a big proponent of Sufism and is responsible for bringing that westward to the English and also to the French. Now, he only traveled around the U.S. for 2 years, between 1910 and 1912, with his brother, Mahbub Khan, and ended up in England, France, and Russia. He eventually lived in France, where he had 4 kids. And it's interesting, I'm following this thread because Inayat Khan was, he wrote this book, The Mysticism of Sound and Music. And I just found so much inspiration and information that we don't tend to teach or really value in the West regarding music and mostly music's connection to spirituality. Not just my own personal spirituality, to play music and feel close to creation, feel close to the essence, but also music as that universal language which can come close to conveying the unspeakable, conveying the ineffable. You know, I like those variations so much, I think I'm going to roll with connecting another thing up to the variations. What I'm doing right now is I'm utilizing the chaos, which is a sample and hold chaos, to modify the timbres of the individual rhythmic elements. Right now I'm going in on that kind of metal clingy. And I've got that running through the special weird pitched reverb that Vlad threw into the pulsar. It's that kind of strange magical. Magical sounds you're hearing. I don't know, this might be involved in Nimohe Naizen. I really like the sound of this thing. I promise I'm not just going to be making faces all night. So, Inayat Khan really opened my eyes to a lot of the very important things about music practice that I cherish. That book, The Mysticism of Sound and Music, you can find it, I think it's Shambhala Press put it out. So, I'm not going to go big into the Sufism thing here right now. You can find that if you're interested in looking into it. I will say things like Sufism and Buddhism have added richly to my experience in life. Not just music, but all of life, but especially music in practicing it myself and in its relationship to the community as well. So, what I did not know is that Inayat Khan had 4 kids, and one of them, Noor Inayat Khan, actually fought in World War II, well, was part of an espionage unit in World War II. And this is what I'd like to talk about here, because it all ties back in and around to the basic aesthetics and the way that I involve myself in music. And it's a wild and roundabout kind of way, but I'd like to get into it. So, Noor is in France when World War II starts getting really ramped up. France is being invaded. I think she ends up in England, and the English start to train her as a spy. Why? She would give up a life of writing children's books, composing music, and doing all this artistic stuff in France to go and, she was pretty well off. Inayat Khan, was a Sufi mystic, but not a poor man by the end of his life. And she could have just stayed and in France and or stayed in England and sat the war out. But she related to her brother that she felt that if someone from India could do something heroic and brave in World War II, that it would go an incredible distance for the relations between India and the Western world. This is how she was thinking. I mean, this is a very big way of thinking. When they say that there was heroism that ran in the Inayat Khan family, they were not joking. So Noor gets trained to spy in France for the West, for the English and the Allies. And she's excellent with this telegraph machine, this portable code machine, which I will show you in a moment because, wow, when you see it, you're going to know why I felt like I had to do this little bit on Noor Inayat Khan. This is the device that she was using in France. I'll reveal it to you in a moment. First, I gotta say, before she went, so many of the people training her and the head trainer were very uncertain. She was great with this machine, but she did not have the demeanor of a spy. She was emotional. She, had a tendency to talk a lot. Well, it's just wild to me that despite all that, she decided to go through with this mission to go to France and spy. Now, they were sending back coded messages using a sort of telegraph machine, and it looked like this. I think there is. Yep, there we go. Cool. I'm glad that I can share this with you. Look at this thing. Look at this. That is the original briefcase. For those of you who don't know, I stuff briefcases. Yes, exactly, briefcase version 0. And the idea that this briefcase was used to transmit vital information out of enemy territory. I love that. Look at that thing. I want to do a tribute. You know? Look at that little telegraph. Look. I want to create something like this. Look at that thing. Just look at it. My God. I just love it. I want to make one. So Noor is, isn't that wild? Oh, Viz, I'm so glad you're here to see this. It's just so crazy. And so Noor is literally using this briefcase 0.0 to bravely broadcast information from behind enemy lines in World War II. So the way they would use this stuff is wild because the lines were like visible. They originally packaged them in these briefcases to be, not suspicious, to be surreptitious, but to hide the lines, they had to do creative things like disguise them as fishing wire, or get them, into places where they wouldn't be seen. This is a very complicated and risky scenario. It was made even more risky for Noor because she was betrayed. I think that her demeanor left her open and vulnerable to being found out and betrayed. Actually, we don't really know who betrayed her, but they have some ideas. It's not really important. The important thing is that this brave woman was apprehended and later executed at Dachau, that concentration camp. She was held, and while she was, let's say more open and gregarious than your average spy, when she was captured, she wasn't talking or saying anything. But they did, unfortunately, because they had to rush her training, she didn't really understand the protocol of relaying the messages and had written down a lot of the messages that she had sent inside this book, which was only supposed to basically, she was only supposed to record what would be like known as like the metadata, when and code and stuff like this, not actually what was relayed. But unfortunately, she had done that in the book, and so the Nazis were able to figure out how to communicate back with the English, pretending to be her, and unfortunately, it was a pretty bad failure in Allied intelligence. But I would say the failure was mostly with the organization, not her failure. I think that her story is one of incredible bravery and of great interest to me. Thinking about Noor cracking away on one of these. They said that she was heavy-handed. Her fist, I think that's what they called that, was the fist. That's the term that they used to refer to the hand style used when operating one of these machines. And apparently Noor was very heavy-handed when using one of these. But I'm imagining her, doing this operation from this box in great danger, very real and ultimately tragically realized danger. It just makes like any sense of stage fright. Why? This is serious business. That box right there. It's weird. So anyways, I thought that was an interesting story, and the fact that that's Hazrat's daughter is just a wild connection. So, if you want to know more about Noor, you should Google her name. There's also a movie coming out, or no, it already came out, it's out now, called A Call to Spy. And this is a movie about Noor's story. I was shocked to find, as I was getting all interested in it, that this movie is like basically current, came out just this year. And her brother, the same one that she reasoned with at the beginning of the story, where she's saying if somebody can do something heroic, it does wonders for Indian and English relationship with India to the west. I'm looking forward to seeing it. I think I'm going to watch it this week. But yeah, I was really, really fascinated by Noor's story. I hope you are too. I hope I did it a little bit of justice. So, back to the weird shit. Hello. Feeling a little bit scattered tonight. But it's interesting how the lights changed this particular piece. Little tribute sample of Docs. And go. So, in addition to all these jams from over the House of Cups, which is probably the most peaceful place inside of the ZnZerna. The ZnZerna can get very dissonant. I actually have another piece, Born of the Dust, that I would like to show you tonight. Well, let you listen to. So we're gonna segue into that. I think we're just gonna be able to do it this way. So, I've been diligently working on Yamohe ZnZerna, and I've got for you a preview of a song. This is still a work in progress, but we're very, very close to done with it. So just for y'all, live tonight, and in a version for my Patreon members later to be downloaded, I give to you we'll call it the Dusty Dance Floor. I'm not sure of its name just yet. We cannot stop dancing. We cannot stop dancing. The time moves slow. The wheel sings out softly. Fools throw the money in the road. Devil has it, hangs around your throat. Stop dancing under penalty of law. We cannot stop dancing. Our machine. The dust fills the air all around us and no one can see. Now stop dancing. Time moves slow. That was Dust Room Dance Floor. Who knows what it's going to be called, but that was an iteration of it. You know, might be appropriate time to remember that songs are living things. Songs are living things. When you hear a recording of a song, that's a snapshot of that song's life. It's a snapshot of that song at a period in its life. Songs may morph and take forms once they're released from the birth of your mind. People will cover them. They will reiterate inside of other minds. That song is still in its gestation period, but one of the points of the ZnZerna Music Hour is that you can get a peek into that process. And so you can see kind of how things look as I'm working on it. Probably not all my albums are going to be like that. But your Mohe Naizen, Dust Cat Dream, those are going to be like that. Thanks, Dan. Oh, what's up, Gator? It's good to see you. Also, hi, Cole. What's going on? I'm gonna get at you with the sticker pack soon. I know I've been kind of sleeping on that, but you know, it's been a wild month. A little bit exhausting. So, after this little jam, I think I might rewind that drone, or we might take it back to the House of Cups. Actually, I think I'm going to take it back to the House of Cups after this little jam. We're going to jam out for the remainder. What's good, Movie JQK? Thank you for listening. One of the things I really love about the Pulsar is that it can really get these high frequencies without being disturbing and shrieky to the ear. It really can get up there without it being painful. I don't know what kind of magic dad has working in this box, but I like it. All right. Everyone out there a happy week. Peace, and I mean that as someone coming to peace from a very hard road. Still not peaceful. Very lot of turmoil. But I'm working my best to get there, and if you're working that same road, trying to find a way to settle yourself for the good of yourself, for the good of others, I'm on the road with you. I'm bringing up sampler right now. I want you to check this out. This is what I love about sampler. So I was just whistling into this thing, making some other sounds, and I have it BPM synced, and I can instantly use this little arpeggiator to make some sounds. So if I have a secret weapon, it's this sampler. You can adjust those attack levels. Make it disappear entirely. I'm really happy that y'all could join me tonight. Thank you for joining me for the remembrance of our friend Joshua Brookshire. Thanks for being involved in music. It's a beautiful landscape. If you're not already exploring, no better time than now to start. For those who are in the Patreon, for all of my dust cats, this is confusing. That's a dust cat right there. And for all my dust cats out there, it's incredibly appreciated. Thank you to every single DigiCat. And again, keep your eyes on that Patreon site for the downloadable music goodies that you can get. Ash, I hope you, Andy, and Woogie are snug. Kenny, next time I come through, I will definitely come to your house. For better or for worse. Erica, it's love. Thank you for everything you do. As a photographer specifically, thank you tonight. You do so much for us, but thank you especially for being a photographer. Lady Delaney, Rin, if you're watching, you know what it is. You're of that same spirit. It's nice to have a community of people that is of that same kind of spirit. I want to say thank you to all the ZnZerna cats. I want to say thank you to all the Dusty cats. Viz, what's up? Still with us. Was happy to turn you into a cat. Jen, thank you so much. And thank you for keeping that space running so that kids can get art and clothes. And Eric, we gotta talk, man. It's been a wild, wild year already. I'll get at you soon. Quinn, I got more dust cats for your lighter coming your way. It's happening. Becca, I appreciate you. Staying steady with me for all this time. I hope the ride has been worth it. Sam, I'm gonna see you this week, which is nice. can't wait. And Robbie Stout, I know the studio's probably coming along pretty damn good. I want to know. I'm coming up to Philly soon. Austin? Yeah, let's get it. I hope this was a good soundtrack for your video game playing. And yeah, to all my Dusty Cats, your support is so greatly appreciated. Makes it make sense, which in this world is a rare thing, I think. Dog fuck to my Loomy Cats. Dog fuck. And Barry. Glad to have y'all on board the Dust Cat Dream. We are setting sail for your Mohe Naizen. Oh, and today was pretty busy, so I didn't get a chance to put up the newest Zerna. But huge thanks to the newest Dusty Cat, Wayne Anderson, who was with us earlier. Wayne, thanks so much. It really increases my heart size, I guess you could say. I think of it as y'all are royalty funding my explorations into the esoteric. And I'm happy to go through those caverns and bring things back. That I tried the visual samples thing, and I think it worked out pretty good. It's where I can go like this. Sometimes things go wrong. But that's kind of the point. you've had a good time. Hope you've enjoyed yourselves. I've enjoyed myself. This has been the ZnZerna Music Hour. I'd encourage all of y'all to make some music this week. Do it and share it with some friends. Until next Tuesday, this is PT Burnem, signing off.